Go.
And welcome to Grand Rising Elizabeth this wonderful Monday morning. Sorry. Today is, what is today? Today is June 23rd, 2025. Try saying that three times fast. Um, yeah, it's Monday. It's Monday. I like Mondays. I look forward to Mondays.
And this is social media and marketing
This is social
show.
media and marketing show, yes.
How to get your stuff out there.
Hmm.
How to tell the world what you're doing.
Because how they gonna show up if they don't know?
If they don't know.
No.
If they don't know.
So I know this weekend I did make it to Adasi, even though it rained, we still showed up. And I haven't edited my video yet, so I'm gonna make sure I do that today. But what is it? They condensed it because we were done by like what, 9 o'clock?
Well, I think the rain made okay, we got to cut the drumming short because when I came, that's when it started raining. I didn't bring the rain, but rain is good, showers of blessings. And when by the time I got there, they it had started, coming down even more. I started seeing people leave and yeah.
But it was, I mean, it was the usual. It was the drumming. I know Java was there. Some of the other ladies from the Shakery, class was there,
Hmm.
drummers. And we got the what is it? The offerings into the raft, and it was what it was. It was good. It's like, okay.
Hmm. That evening I did go, and it wasn't where everybody was all dressed in their African attire. It was a program. It was a program, and I don't remember the brother's name, but his organization where they had started it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they all came from out of town and stuff, and they did a full performance, dancing. It was heavy. It was deep. Yeah, it was really good. So I did film some of their performance and stuff. But they are a cultural um organization. They deep. They are deep. They did their spiritual dancing and such, and yeah, it was very good. Yes, 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 yes. I had a full weekend. Friday, I went over to the pub and saw the young lady. I think is she 19? I don't know if she's 21 yet. Anyway, she performed.
What was her name?
Her name is Jay Simon. She's her mom is oh my God. Everything's just gone. And Nina Simone, Neil's daughter, who comes to the pub all the time, and she brings a whole bunch of young people, and they get up and then perform and such. And but she had the full stage that night outdoors across the street at the park. Um, it was she had and I didn't get there till 10 o'clock. So 11 they stopped, but they were good. She was good. She's a sweetheart. Just a lovely, sweet, lovely girl, but she's a performer like her mom. So yeah, she's all the way live. Yeah. And just a beautiful spirit, beautiful voice. So I'm sure you'll hear more about her coming out. So that was good. Yeah. I had a full. Hey, Calvin. Had a
Good morning.
full nice,
Grand Rising.
yeah, nice weekend. Stayed, got some sun, but
More so,
otherwise was
but
inside.
get enough sun. Like, okay. Um, well, I decided to come out to Akron. I needed a change, just a change of scenery. Being in front of the
Uh-huh.
screens all last week, I got thrown into impromptu training for the last 2 weeks, training other people. I don't think we really got to train until last week because everybody was having computer issues. Computer issues, and it's like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I understand why organizations, you go into organization, here's your phone, here they pick what tech you're going to use. Because everybody bringing their own, it's like, oh my God, no.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just needed a change of scenery, and it's funny, you know how you get somewhere new and you're just looking around, and next door to Akron is a city called Fairfield. I was like, really? I just can't get away from Fair Lane. Okay. Okay. So it's a fair field. I was like, which looks like Fair Lane because they do have a mall. Of course they have a mall. It's like, okay. Um, and I went to a mall yesterday and I haven't been to a mall in years. Like actually walk around in the mall.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, this is different. And I was looking for a nail shop, never could find it, even though Google said it was there. It's like, okay, we not gonna fight. But I was outside for a hot second, very, very hot second. But I know I got the the lotion that's on the table, but this is the Black Girl sunscreen. I started to put on certain parts, not to burn. Like I don't know about you, I don't know about me, but I know for me, the knuckles on my feet seem like because I wear my shoes out, my feet out all the time in the summertime. My feet would get dark. My toes would look like they're burnt. I'm like, how is this possible? We're not doing that this year. So I got the sunscreen just to put on certain parts so that, like my knees, the parts where it gets really dark naturally, like your knees and my elbows. I'm making sure that extra protection is on there because I just don't want to I don't want those areas to darken up, more bit by bit. So,
Mm-hmm. Mama Evelyn, are you able to be seen?
are you just heard?
Right.
Are we just hearing you?
Are you hiding? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. She must have stepped out.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is okay.
And
So wait,
Brother Calvin, how have you been? How was your weekend? You're on mute, babe.
It wasn't hot Atlanta, but it was hot, okay? It was, you know what? The thing about um, the hot weather in summer, by the time we get used to it, it's gone, you know? It is an inconvenience and adjustment, but it's okay because we are tropical people. We need this kind of weather. So when we get it,
Mhm.
we just have to prepare for it and be accordingly. We do have to put stuff on our skin because we will burn, but we still just enjoy it because by the time you get used to it, it's gone.
well, you know what's interesting is that this year we had some 90-degree days and some odd months, but I was never expecting for it to hit like this, like boom.
Yeah, I
I'm
think today
like,
is going to be 96.
Yeah.
usually see like a nice little progression of warm up. This is like, oh no, boom, it's here.
Because it was kind of relatively it was mild um for quite a while and now boom it's here. But hey, it's okay. We can deal with it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I like the fact that it was this year. It was warm for a Daci because you
Yeah.
one year, I think the first year I ever went, it was cold. It was like we were wearing jackets in June.
Yeah.
So I love the fact. I mean, I had my smoothie, I had my ice water. Like we were gonna be out here till 11. So when they cut it short, it was like, oh, okay. Well, look, we plan for it, but
Mm.
I know where I'm at. Oh, so where I'm at, I'm in Akron. I'm in a place called Highland Park, Highland Heights or something like that. There's a store literally around the corner from me called
iPhone 4.
uh
Disconnect.
called mustard seed. And it is really like a Whole Foods. It reminds me of a Nature Patch. It really reminds me of a Nature Patch slash Whole Foods.
Mhm.
Because I'm like, it's just everything is just fresh fruit and pretty and expensive, but pretty.
Right.
It's like, okay, but yeah, it's like, okay, just seeing different environments, seeing different things. It's like, okay, there is a Whole Foods down the street. They do have Whole Foods, but mustard seed, I was like, this is different.
Mm.
So,
Speaking of marketing, Mama Evelyn, the reason that I called you is I had this grandiose idea.
Okay.
I'm getting a wonderful response about the Jazzy Arts Sunday with Queen Aduni. Um, and people can come out and with their art, bring your art, let me see. I think
Mhm. Mhm.
um, but what I was thinking about is like for the first half an hour from 2 to 2:30, we're going to do art and we're going to put Life on Earth music on. So people can, bring their easel, you know, um, I have a picture of it. Anyway, bring your easel or your table or your art or your games or whatever, right? And if they want to do yoga, I am going to get some plastic, big, like as though you were painting and you had to put something on the floor to protect the floor. I'm going to get probably about 3 or 4 of those to put out on the dirt because it's not grass out over there across the street, it's dirt. And so
Right.
people want to bring just their blanket and sit on the floor, or they want to, bring their yoga mat. And during that time that where the music is playing, you're doing your thing. But I was thinking about you as it relates to art, and what might be a good idea is that the Sundays that you can come, right? What you do is you bring your buckets of odds and ends, and people can, you know, create stuff. But what you also do is people can sign up to make your what do you call those? Your the thing that you want to be known for, which is the dolls or the stick. What was the other thing that you have to prepare for? They can sign up on your website, right? They can sign up to make a doll on that particular Sunday, or so you have people who can sign up to make that on those Sundays. So you have the general stuff for everybody, but then you have those who I signed up to do a spirit doll. And you just that person is over here, at the table, whatever, and they're making that. And people can sign up to if they know the second and fourth Sunday, they just sign up and you're not called just for that. People are coming in off the street and making stuff, but you also have those who came and you have that stuff for them. Then other people, oh, I want to make that sign up for the next one. Does that make sense, or does that sound like too much extra work?
The doll making experience is I see other things I can do that they can do out there, but the doll making experience needs to be
Contained?
a sacred thing.
Got it. Got it. So you make sure that you really
But
promote
I
that.
do have other things that, but yeah, I do have other things that they can come and, oh, you sign up and, if you want to do a shaving cream painting, you can do that, or the press paper art they could do, they could say, I'll
Mm-hmm.
bring it the next time. Yeah, stuff like that that can be done quickly. Doll making is like at least 4 hours,
Got it. And
even more
concentrated. Yeah.
of, of just, yeah,
But you definitely want to have something where you really promote that and the stick,
yeah.
the range stick. And is there another thing that we did a class? We did the
uh
doll. We did.
we did the shaving cream, we did I got my list over here because I want making takes like that. I want them to come away with something that's beautiful and, you know, that's gonna last a minute. And
Well, your bottom line is you want to
yeah,
use that
definitely.
time to, though all those people coming out is to really promote those special events.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, the rain stick would suit that. There's two different kind of fabric paintings. Um,
Mhm.
the Abayomi doll they could do. That's real quick and
Well,
easy.
let me ask you a
Oh,
question.
didn't we do the just one second, Danielle. Didn't we do the altar? Or did we just get that from you? Where you take your
We do.
altar with you, the portable altar?
Yeah, no, we haven't done that workshop yet.
Oh,
We just
okay.
talked about it, and you just bought because I did. I still have a couple left.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Grand Rising, Stacy. Yeah.
Grand Rising, Stacy.
yeah. What were you gonna say, Danielle?
Well, do you, for all the
Grand
things that
Rising,
people
Stacy.
can do, you have pictures and video. Well, I know definitely got pictures and video of the goddess style, but do you have pictures? Well, we got some of the rain stick too. Um, I'm just thinking because the work that you do is so fabulous, but because nobody really sees anybody doing it, it's kind of like painting with a twist or puff and paint. Because I've seen people do puff and paint and be so excited about puff and paint. It's like, you know what? Someone does a puff and paint event, I might actually go. Um, because I think we might need to put together a 30-second video just of the things that a person can do with you for them to know, oh, this is the type of stuff that she offers. But you have that type of content, don't you?
I think so. I have to. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because Queen and I did a little video where I was talking. I was
Yeah.
about the innards of the rain stick and
Right.
what I used, and you know, yeah.
Grand Rising, Sharonda.
This was a busy weekend. I don't know if
Grand
you.
Rising.
I think I put it in the chat on Wednesday. Baba Yao, and Gia's husband,
Okay.
is having a grand opening of his artwork, which is fabulous.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he worked. I think he works in stone. He works in stone. I know he works in wood. And she's. I believe I shared it in WhatsApp
Yeah.
with the face. Yeah. So he has his the artistry of Baba Yao, Shamlord Kaza, Quiet Mastery is the name.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'll have to have
So
him as a special guest.
yeah, that would be
Yeah,
great.
different artists and stuff come
Yeah.
and do some special guest stuff.
You know what? I'm gonna hit him up about that then. I will do that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the opening is Wednesday. Reception is from 4:30 to 8. And then the exhibit continues to 26th to June 28th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see if he'll be a guest on your show Thursday to
Okay.
promote his event.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Grand Rising JT, whoever JT is, welcome.
Hmm.
Danielle.
Yeah. Um, so I'm just thinking because I know I have not.
Joy.
Joy.
Joy. Oh, hey, Joy.
Grand
Hey,
Rod.
come on.
Girl
Never
What
see
rising
you
you.
joy.
doing?
Yeah, never saw you out and about.
Yes, I've been so busy.
How have
Danielle.
you been, Joy?
Like you had a suntan.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, it's really hot here.
Yeah, we're gonna
Really,
get
really hot.
96. We're gonna get 96 today.
Okay, okay. Yeah, it's been like stupid hot here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So, I'm getting my bearings together. But wait, y'all, I just want to know what was the last thing that you guys posted? Like, what was the last thing you posted and why?
Oh, okay. So I'm ready for the pop quiz. Last night I posted, or yesterday I posted about the Sunday jazzy. Oh, yeah, Joy, I'm going to do a jazzy arts Sundays with Queen Aduni. So
Hey,
on the second and the fourth Sunday from 2 to
uh-huh.
5, I'm going to be performing. I have a
Okay.
1 hour show that I do for the senior citizens right now. It's a really good show. It's very
Mm-hmm.
I touch all the senses. I have them singing and
Right, right, right. Yeah, I
all
remember you
that kind of
started
stuff.
that, right?
And so I'm going to be doing that so I can promote my song every other Sunday, every second and fourth Sunday from July to September, to the end of September.
Awesome. Awesome. So Queen Aduni's coming in town.
Yeah, 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 yeah. When you bringing me there?
Oh, it'll wait a minute.
I'm
Wait. Wait. I'm you know who I'm thinking? I'm thinking who is the sister out of New York?
Queen Afua.
That's who I'm thinking. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
And though she will be coming to town to talk about health and wellness, she does sing and she does perform dance and
Hmm.
stuff, her and her sons. But no,
Right.
it's moi, me, boo,
All right.
me. Okay,
Congratulations. Beautiful. That's
okay.
awesome.
And
That's awesome.
and then we're inviting art, a time for you to bring your art out to the park.
Okay.
And
Okay. I'm
people
gonna
can
switch over to my home
gotcha.
laptop, okay? So I'm
Yeah.
gonna go out for a minute. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, that's what so I posted about that and I posted about the Life on Earth. We will be performing on July the 7th of some Monday night, Monday evening at the shop. And so we're really looking forward to that. So I'm posting that and I will be posting both things and I'll be sending out texts to
Awesome.
everybody.
Awesome.
And which I started last night. So yeah,
Okay.
really,
Good.
that's what I did.
Glad things are moving forward.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna change over and I'll pop back in, okay?
All right, honey. And then
All right.
I did some art the other night, and not that's what I have to have Danielle remind me of how to post that because I took pictures. Um, I had Philip's music. Well, I had our music on. And I was sitting down there chilling, got my chocolate wine and got, my table and that big picture that I did, which is downstairs. And so just that to see that atmosphere of the music and me doing it. So he just kind of filmed me little short clippings that I can cut up and put different things on there about seeing the art and the music, and then I'll do the writing of the event. Bring your art out there to the music.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we'll have other people that will come with their track and sing or do poetry or do whatever. Sharonda might show up and we throw something on to do some
Line dance.
yeah, some line dancing and stuff. So it's gonna be fun. And I'm getting a really good response from it. And you can bring your cheering. Yeah. So yesterday I did some posting. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah, Saturday I wanted to go. I know Black Tech Saturday was at Eastern Market for something special. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna make it out there because we got done with Adasi so early, and then it was so rainy. But that weather did change from like storm weather to like, hello, it's summer. But just to sit there and watch when I was driving, to watch the temperature go from like 72, 70, like literally watch this temperature go up and up and
Wow.
up. I was like, oh, wow. It seemed like every half an hour it was going up by 2 degrees. I was like, wow,
Hmm.
that is wild. So what's the last thing you posted, Mama Evelyn? Oh, you want to move? We can't hear you.
Oh, we're okay. You can't hear me.
Well, we can hear you now.
But she
Oh,
wasn't saying
I was
her
like,
head, she was just doing her head like
yeah,
nothing, 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 nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
yeah, yeah. You remember I said I wanted one of those picture frames that, the picture frames that you can.
Yeah, they're still out there.
Yeah, I know, but I went over to my girlfriend's Deborah's house, and of course she may have one somewhere that she not using because she's a techie and she buys stuff and will may use it for a minute and then forget about it and not use it. So I said, okay, I need you to find that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Calvin, do you do any posting, any stuff, Facebook and all that stuff? You're a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah,
You
yes,
should.
I am. I do post on Facebook, not like I used to, because I'm kind of concerned about the atmosphere we're right in right now, really.
Yeah, yeah,
But there's a need. My dad always say, bring me some good news, okay?
yeah.
So we're in a climate right now where we need to be inspired and encouraged because all that's going on does affect us. So really, like you said, we're bringing something to not to divert, but to
Mm-hmm.
devote more to personal development.
Yeah.
This past week, I went to a community meeting, and one thing we touched on was the issues with mental health.
Mm-hmm.
We can't just talk about it once a month.
Mm-hmm.
Really, it was a person there from I think the common city council was talking about it. Then I referenced my being a mental health advocate, and someone else spoke on it. So really, I'm more into now. We need to be more consistent with focusing on mental health, not just mental health, but spiritual wellness too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm started talking with them because we need to start being more proactive with our needs. We can't be reactionary. So we need to get the churches involved because the change that we need is gonna come has to come from us. Nobody else can address our needs but us because they're entangled. And how can the president help us? He don't understand our needs, governor or the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
So the change that we need is going to have to come from the bottom up there. So the common focus that has to be involved and be more loving and kind and more of a network.
Mm-hmm.
We need forums like this because it stimulates the right dialogue and narrative for empowerment here. So health and wellness, the crux of health and wellness is our spiritual and mental and emotional needs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be calling people today that I made the contact with, and we need to start something because we are in a crisis right now. We are.
So my question is, you say you need to get the churches involved.
Yeah.
My question is, I'm like, I'm just trying to see because like I know June is men's mental health month. So it's bringing out that conversation and dialogue for just
For the man.
men, for men in general, especially
Mm-hmm.
Black men.
Mm-hmm.
But we just now got over the stigmatism of being able to talk about mental health. I say this because like I grew up in the church and then, I got into spirituality where I found more peace sitting underneath a tree on Belle Isle with a Bible
Hello.
instead of
I
trying to
got you.
go
I
to the
got
mega
you.
church every single Sunday. And then it was like, then you get into more spiritual,
And that's what it
like
is.
Michael
It's
Dr.
spiritual.
like Dr. Michael
That
Beswick
that's
and
right.
he
That's right.
okay, and then it was like, okay, then I got in my mind, okay, I'll start going back to church when we can do yoga and meditation because I'm like, there's so much missing.
There's a gap there.
There's a gap between
And they're not
spirituality and
addressing
religion.
it. They're not addressing the fact that they're not in tune with the people. They focus on the people not coming to church without focusing on why they're not coming to church. Okay. And they had a segment on Amazon Prime about the Black church and how people are disillusioned with it because the church historically was the rock of our community. That was a safe haven, but now they are viewed as another institution has failed us because they're not addressing our needs. So you have to, but still the churches are there. And we have to embrace them. You know why? Because they're in the community anyway. And they are floundering now. And they're not really vibrant like they need to be, but they need to change their mindset. But they're already there. So we can use them because we need the churches. I come from there where the church and the school and the community was under one umbrella, okay? We have so much going on now because we had gentrification and the schools have closed in our community because we're sitting back not doing anything. And we're suffering. We're going to continue to wait for somebody else to save us and we're not doing the work ourselves. That's crazy. We have to change our whole perspective on how we live because we are communal people, but we operate from a perspective of rugged individualism, and that does not work for Black people. Our high drive is to be a community. So we have to do with a lot of things because there's no safety net that we are providing. You create a bureaucracy, but by the time we get it, it's pennies on a dollar. The bureaucracy feeds itself, and the care that we get from bureaucracy is nowhere near what we need. We have to create our own pathway when we've done it before. What do we do? We created Rosewood, Tulsa, Oklahoma, right out of slavery. So don't say we can't do it. We're just not doing what we need to do. Yeah. So we really have to be empowered based upon what we do because it's not happening. It's not happening for us. The government does not address our needs, and they're too busy trying to make sure they're good. Okay, we have to change, and that's the problem. Mental health reflects a spiritual void because people don't feel that nobody. Courtney Vance, in collaboration with a psychiatrist, created a book, The Invisible Ache, the problems that Black men have, and nobody is hearing them. Come on now. We have to change. That's why I applaud this form right here. This is a change in the narrative, and because we have to have a different paradigm here. There's no way we can save ourselves until we do the work ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, good Lord.
That's my soapbox. That's what
Okay.
I talk about this all the time because that's a critical need, like you said, that we're not addressing. And why not?
Mhm.
Yeah, and I think those who desire that needs it would be good if they take that to the churches. Just those, and whoever accepted, fine. Whoever doesn't,
That's fine.
fine. Yeah. Some people are, I tell you, you guys are going to hear me because my president
Yeah.
They're just getting down. No, 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 no. The orange man is not my president. Ibrahim Traore is my president.
He talks like we talk. He
So
talks
when
like
I
we talk.
say my president, that's what I'm talking about in the sense that just the religion and all that stuff that was colonialized. That's not that was so that we would they would be in control of us and stuff, especially coming here, but there as well, in Africa as well, because all of the what they call them
Imperialists,
no, well, in
colonists,
particular the mercenaries, are not the mercenaries are
the
killers.
missionaries, the missionaries and the military and
Missionaries
the
would
corporation, they all work in unison.
and
Corporations, missionary, and the military, they're all one entity.
yeah, and they went and and then we were taught of that our religion and our way of expressing ourselves was wrong and evil and all of that. And then I need to change the color of your God. I need to do all these things. And so
They
we
made us into their image and likeness. Okay, let's like that. They made
that's a
black
good
people.
point.
Really, they did. They made us into their image and likeness across on a global sense. Okay,
On a
because
global sense,
everywhere we
yeah.
are, we've been imposed and been altered from Ku to Kente to Toby. Yeah, we've been redesigned because really we have been bludgeoned into submission even now.
Yeah.
The problem is that we still have the same cultural construct within us of being a slave. So when Abraham, our president, come along, and he can, because see, you had to nationalize everything because you cannot afford to buy yourself out of. They control your land and your resources for generations. But he nationalized it and he made it theirs and he gave it to the people, not to himself. Okay.
Right. And from my understanding this week, all of Africa, except for, there's always a few, but the continent has decided to move as one now. Man, that is awesome.
That's why they killed Gaddafi.
Yeah.
Same principle. So we know that our struggle is, well, we have to look at it like this. We can change. And we have the power and authority a lot. Because see, we're spiritual people. It's not just our intelligence, it's our divine intelligence that's still
hmm
there that we
hmm
have to use. We cannot be oppressed and free at the same time. The
Nope.
transformation and the renewing of the mind is possible because see, we quote the Bible, but living it is the key. Nothing wrong. The religion of Christianity is a problem, but the spiritual component of it is what we have to focus on. It's not about religion. Religion is not for us, but because it's made by man for man's convenience. But spirituality, like Haile Selassie said, is the natural ebb and flow of life,
hmm hmm
And this is time for us.
So they're probably more and more, just like what I was saying about Ibrahim, is that no matter what country they are from, the youth in particular are claiming him
That's right.
as their
Because
president.
here's
And
the template.
then now all of the countries are coming together because, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. He's showing this is how we can do it. And so if their leader, being elders, don't want to change, then they just say, you're just not my president. That's what we want. And they are hitting the streets. So even the hitting the streets for something that's positive versus what we have to dealing with, we're coming against the wrongdoings of the United States.
And that's all it is. The chicken
And
is
but
coming
they're
home to
marching,
roost.
people, it's the people, like you said, Calvin,
Yeah.
it's this change is going to have to be from the bottom up. Enough. We've
And
had
that's what it
enough,
is. But
right?
see, we're looking at an empire that is being America as an empire. Look at it like that. You don't want to talk about history, but we're seeing the problems that we have. We're supposed to what? have God and not a king. Okay, we're seeing the foolish and folly of man when he tries to govern himself without God. We're falling apart, but it's supposed to fall apart because it's time for something new and different. This
Exactly.
is not designed to lay. This entity is just falling apart, not just political, economics, religion, medicine. People
The
know they
whole
need more.
thing.
Everything's falling apart, but it's designed. It has a finite existence because it's not organic. How
Yeah,
can you live?
it has to fall apart in order to
In order
um,
for it to
be
build.
recreated.
That's right.
That's the in uh
That's nature.
what is that? In landmark, they say you don't put icing on mud. You have to clean and create a clear space. And what the United States leadership is doing is causing the cleansing
That's
with
right.
and evil is coming forth so
A rapid. That's a rapid.
abruptly,
It is.
just abruptly, which is causing those who maybe voted for that, thinking that something else was going to come, is they're being shocked. But it has to be like
Has
that
to come.
because for you
Something
just
new and
can't
different.
put icing on top of what
Old
the
wine and new
real
bottles of
thing
something
is.
that. How are you going to duplicate the madness and expect for something different?
Exactly,
How can
exactly.
you expect for change if you still have the same mentality that's causing the disturbing trend that we're in? All he's
And then
doing,
if it's not uncovered, then if we still think there's icing on the cake, what he has done, he has allowed the way people really feel to come forth. Come
and
on.
it has
And then those that goodness is looking at it and it's like, whoa. And even when I think about what they always talk about the first 100 days and stuff, it
yeah,
takes that and it's wondering why aren't they doing something? No, we gotta let it
run its
come on
course.
out. They let it all come on out. Let it come on out. So then we really know what is actually going on. And
We're
so
looking at the
we know
enemy, and the
that
enemy is
love
us.
wins, period.
It's
Love
designed like
wins.
that. It's designed like that. What
Mhm.
we have the misconception, I'm saying this for a reason, is that when you're loving and kind, you're a punk or chump. But
Say that
look at
again. Say it again.
when you're loving and kind, that you're a punk or a chump.
Yeah.
But see, the greatest thing that we have, because God is love.
Mhm.
Simple as that. Like I say, it's a long list of commandments, but everything hinges upon being love.
That's the
Because
bottom
God is
line.
love. So you cannot just profess and proclaim to be God, to be a people of God, and just giving lip service to it. You
Hmm.
say you're one nation under God, but are you? You say you're great, but you're great by your definition. You have never been great in the eyesight of God. All you're showing is vanity and vexation of the spirit because you have all these things, but you don't have God. We really have a propped up economy because even though you have wealth, you don't have an abundance mentality and balance in your life. You have material gain, but you lost your soul in the process. We have a lot of stuff in America that's the material side, but immense spiritual void. And you have weapons of mass destruction, but you don't have reasoning. All you use is your might and your force, the same thing you use all along since you first came to this land. You always had destructive mentality. You don't want to talk about history, but you're still the same person.
Hmm.
Put that on hold. Don't talk about history. You're still doing the same thing now. You're
Hmm.
hoarding immigrants, pushing them out the country with no remorse. You bomb Palestine, Gaza, into smithereens, and you're okay with that. You just did something that was crazy to Iran. For what? For
For
what? For
what?
what? What did they do? What did Iraq do related to 9/11? What? See, you do things and you're okay with it. Colin Powell resigned in disgrace because he said they don't have weapons of mass destruction. You took him to the woodshed and he recanted, but he would embarrass himself. He knew he was right. So
Hmm.
all you do is make the rules up as you go along for your convenience. And it's just a big Ponzi scheme or shell game. Nothing about you is consistent with God. So you're falling like Egypt fell, like Persia, Babylon, you're falling down. And there's nothing you can do to change it because your mind is not right.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank God. He said the God holds the heart. God can do this.
Mm-hmm.
But we still have to realize that there are reasons that everything has to fall down as something else is rising. And in this case, praise God, it is Africa that is rising. They did they asked Chat GPT if you were to come here, what
I saw that. I read that.
wasn't that was like
I
wow.
mean, that was the computer's artificial intelligence saying the same thing we saying, dear.
Right, right. And it's something that we need to hear to really tap into
Understand
and be
us.
reminded of how powerful we are. And when I Leap, my organization called Leap is linking, is LEEP, linking everyday extraordinary people. Every day, all of us, we're just ordinary people, right? And but everyday extraordinary because we have dummied down
And been
and forgot
complicit.
that we are extraordinary
But
people.
if you talk about Jesus and not about Christ, that tells you how they have hijacked and conditioned us to think about everything about what's inside of us. The churches teach you what about Jesus, but they don't teach you what did he say. Great things has he said what bleeding in they don't teach about remaining in the image and likeness of God. That's right in Genesis. And then it also it say, well, let this mind be in you. It's a mindset. We have the mind. That's what Christ is. It's not something exclusive to Jesus. He came to show us what's inside of every human being by nature. But see, when you have to teach more about our spirituality than just religion. And
Right.
that's why the churches are falling apart. They stifle because they're not evolving. You're talking about going to heaven and Jesus, but you're not talking about living a full and abundant life here. Because see, this system is going to go on. The world is not going to be destroyed. It's the system of man that's going to be destroyed. And you're not doing anything to prepare the people for dealing with everyday life. Like the young lady said, you got into alternative stuff, went back to church. It was nothing there for you. You got into doing spirituality and went back to church. What are they doing? What are they doing? They're talking about something that's not even, you feel good for that moment, but the rest of the week, your life is in a shambles, okay?
Yeah, well, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right,
Now,
Danielle, back to you.
I'm
hey,
sorry. Please forgive
no,
me.
no, thank you,
No, no
Calvin.
forgiveness.
Oh,
No, that's
we
fine.
appreciate it. We appreciate it. So now I am just looking to see what's going on this weekend because we it's like I said, we're in full-fledged summer. So there's a little bit of everything going on. Um,
Lakeisha, you're back in town?
Lakeisha not even on, is she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
She's international.
she's still out
Oh
there.
no, I see her now. I didn't see that square pop up.
Yes, I am back in town.
You have a good time.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Oh,
I
you
did
kind of
really good. Cut the slide out.
How to Make a Million.
in the background. Yep,
Yeah.
how to make a million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really, really amazing, amongst friends and
Mm-hmm.
um yeah, we had a really, really good time. I made it through. Um, because Thursday, Friday, and Saturday they barbecued every single day. And I ate a lot of my favorite foods. I didn't know. I didn't know how I was gonna make it through, but I made it through. So today I think is like day number 46, 47.
Yeah, I can see
No,
the difference. I can
um,
see the difference in you.
yeah, but It wasn't all perfect because I had to bring the dessert. Okay.
Okay.
So the dessert was in my cabin for a while. So I did
As
eat.
long as you didn't eat any chitlins and hog mogs, you good.
I did
Right,
not,
right, right.
but I did eat some chocolate chip cookies, some peanut butter cookies, and some oatmeal cookies. But I know meat.
Very
So I'm gonna
good.
stick to those wins.
Oh, I always laugh when you say, um, I didn't have any meat or pork. I said, somehow she exaggerates the pork. She separates meat or pork. She
Right.
always say it together, or pork.
I
Like
know, right?
pork
It's
is
the
not
same
meat.
meat as meat, right? Yeah.
But so pork must have been something
Yeah, pork.
particular.
A lot of people, pork is like something totally different
Yeah, right.
than the meat.
The
Is
meat.
No, it is meat, but them ribs, girl, like them ribs.
Oh my God. Well,
Oh,
that's
congratulations,
good. I'm
Keisha, because I'm
proud of you, girl.
proud of you
Proud
too.
of you.
thank you, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sharonda, you look like a beautiful
I
black
like that top.
African queen, girl. Where you going? Don't she look amazing?
I don't see her.
It's we coming off a Juneteenth weekend, so you know,
Or is it just you embracing your culture? I'm like,
I
yeah.
mean, it's all of that because I don't just wear the stuff during the convenient times, which I like, which is February, Black History Month, Juneteenth, and Kwanzaa.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'll wear it a little bit, but during those times, I really try to, represent. And then I'm like, okay, I don't have enough stuff, but I have accumulated a few things, but I could use more, Danielle.
Mm-hmm.
Majority, so a lot of, so the best real deal stuff is African World Festival. Save your money right now because you're gonna spend, I know I'm gonna spend, I'm trying to save about 500 because I know I'm gonna spend some money. I found a couple of places here, but it's like, the real deal, just get it from the vendors at the African World Festival. That is that. I mean, I had on my cowrie shell earrings yesterday. I got so many compliments on my cowrie shell earrings here. I was like, oh wow, okay. But yeah, save up and then African World Festival. That's just the best to me. That some of the designers that come up in here, this stuff just be absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. I'm like,
When is
okay.
that festival?
It is the third weekend
August.
In July. No, it
Oh,
used to be
is it?
August. They
Yeah,
moved
they
it
changed
to
that about
July.
3 years ago.
Yep.
It's in July now.
I,
But they have two, right? They have the African Festival and the World African Festival.
No,
well,
that it's
African World Festival. It's African World
Mhm.
Festival. It's one festival. Now they have different mini festivals here, but this is the big one.
Yeah.
It is July 18th, 19th, and 20th.
Let me put that here, July 18 through 20. Yeah.
That's the family reunion. And the only reason why I don't like Howard Plaza is because there's no shade from the sun.
I know it's like blam, bam, like
So it's like if you go, and then typically it's the cost of a membership. So if the tickets, they have it per family, but if you just get a membership, it just makes it so much easier to get in and out of
yeah.
Hart Plaza. Somehow, for the last 2 years, my ex's cousin, I always run into her at the African World Festival, and she always ends up giving me a VIP pass for the World Festival. I'm like, okay, because they have respite areas, but only for VIP people. So if you want to get a VIP pass, that gives you access to like an air conditioned spot over by the main stage to just eat, hang out, and chill. Which is worth it because it's all fundraising for the African Museum. Um, but
What
yeah,
gets me,
How much is
Danielle,
it?
is when people complain about paying and they're like, we ain't never had to pay. We didn't have to pay before. I'm like, are you a member? Well, how you think you got to support something, you know?
Right.
And it's only, well, I know I only pay,
$35, I think.
I pay, I only pay $15
Yeah, me
It's,
too.
as a senior. Yeah.
oh yeah, you guys got the senior. I don't have the senior discount. It's $35. I'm like, it's worth it. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna start putting money aside because I know got to get some stuff. That's where you get the stuff, like
Hmm.
all of it.
Hmm.
So,
Oh, talking about the earrings, I was able to pick up this piece and some other stuff. At I did end up going to the evening part of the Adasi. Y'all know the tail end. But
Yeah,
far
I
as
went
what
to
I
that.
post, yeah, far as what I posted, I just posted about some festivities that was going on for Juneteenth,
Hmm.
and Danyelle, speaking of $500 and Queen Dooney and fundraising, I need to get you my video that I made, Queen Dooney, because I wanted to send it to you first before I had posted it in the group. But what I personally posted was about I coined it the Michigan Summer Savings Challenge, and we have the ability to make some money. I do apologize if anybody does not have some income coming in. You can still open your accounts. Um, so this, if somebody has a W-2 retirement, some type of income coming in, Social Security, unemployment, those type of things, you all open up an account. The Community Financial Credit Union is offering $450. And, I've come up with like a little brief summer savings challenge that basically you put a little bit in and you're matching what they're putting in, and you will have your $500, Danielle, or the $1,000 that sounds like you're looking for information. Excuse me, the $1,000 of the emergency fund, which 60% of Americans don't have, and then they'll give you all $25 each person for opening the account. So people that don't have W-2, at least they can still take advantage of that. And that comes in a gift card. The 450 drops in the account in September, and we have a week left. So I do apologize. I did put it on my social media, but I'm like, whether people do it or not, and I apologize because I'm like, it could have been a quick fundraiser, but we have a week left to try to take advantage of this. And then I have to check out this other financial institution that they have $500, but I got to find out about that one. But this one, we have 1 week left for people that have some type of, they want to take advantage of this program. I think it's a good thing, but Joy, where she at? She's not on here, or she is. So it's from Michigan, but it's for people that live, work, and worship. And I mean, we could consider this partially like some worship, if you will, because we get taken there sometimes. So
okay.
yeah, so I'm gonna try to definitely send
So
you
what
all
bank is
that
this? A credit
information.
union?
It's Community Financial Credit Union. Yes, ma'am. So, I heard some people say, "Oh, I don't like when they do that." Look, I said, if you got to do a payday loan, if my mama somebody got to borrow money from me, if my credit card is maxed out, like why not? Why not take advantage of this? We gotta make a little sacrifice. And I'm like, if every time my accounts is always at zero, let's try to do a little bit of sacrifice and make some money. Let's match what they're doing so we can have a little bit of money. You know what I'm saying? We have these trips and all this stuff coming up. Stuff costs money, so we got to do something. I got to make some changes. So I created this Michigan Summer Savings Challenge. So I, apologize, Danielle, for telling you guys on here, but I've been meaning to tell you guys, and we only have a week left now. So, and y'all just need my name. But if the Grand Rising Elizabeths and Lizbros are gonna participate, I would prefer if Miss Queen Adunia, I'll send you the video. If y'all want to participate, I'll prefer y'all use her as your referral if she's gonna open up an account. So, we could have somewhat of a little bit of a fundraiser for Grand Rising Elizabeth.
So is there a link or anything like that for?
I don't have a link. You can open up your account, Joy, online. Everybody, you can do it online, or I prefer in person, if people live here. So I opened up my account on like it was on Finkel because the 7 Mile location is closed. So I don't go to 7 Mile. Wayne State is closed, but they are working on opening up some locations in the city.
So where
So
and what's the name of the credit union
It's
again?
you don't mean community choice, do you? You mean
no,
community
no,
choice
no.
credit
It's
union?
not community choice.
Okay.
It's community financial credit union. And they've been around like 6 years. I never heard of them. I don't even know how these people found me. And I apologize once again because they sent me some information. It's been really like about 2 months ago. I sat on it for like a month, but the promotion was for June. So
7 Mile and what?
no, 7 Mile is closed, so you cannot go to 7 Mile. But I opened my account on Finkel. It's like Middlebelt, Newburgh, somewhere over there.
So you have a
But y'all
a
just
video of this
yeah,
information?
yeah, I do. I have it. I can send it. It's up.
Can you
It's
post
11
it?
minutes. I did a shorter one, but I didn't post that one just yet. That was only about 3 minutes.
You
Okay.
did it, or it's something that they do, that they have a
Say it
video
again.
explaining it.
Say it again.
Did you create the video, or is it something from them?
I created the video. They are offering the $450 in September. You open your account. If I forgot to say two things you do have to do. So I've started talking about the W-2 people with the income coming in. They want you to set up a direct deposit. You can do whatever amount you want. Um, and I recommend if people get paid once a month, do 300. If you get paid twice a month, do 150. I recommend people start with if they don't have a lot of money, $15. That's $5 in each account. Checking savings and high yield savings account. They are offering 10% on your high yield savings account. If people have a few dollars, I recommend they start with 110. So that's five, and 100. And if y'all late to the game, so as soon as possible when they set up their direct deposit, and they want you to do 15 card transactions. I'm like, these are things that we're doing already, you know. So if people do that right now, we should be at $250 because if people had been on the program, and then by the end of it, you put your 150. By the end of it, they're gonna give you the 450, and then you'll have $1,000.
Hmm.
So
So
I called it the
what does that have
Michigan.
to do with like do you get something for referring people? Because you said
Yeah, that's $25. So like for the people that don't have a W-2 or whatever, some type of income coming in, they can still make some money. It's just gonna come in the form of a gift card.
so. Okay, if I go over there, I give them your name.
Yes, yes, my name and my email address. And
Okay.
then, once you guys open it, they would be working with you all. And then you all would get, that kickback. But for the people that do have the income coming in or whatever the direct deposits, then you all are going to get the 450. And that's what I really am excited about. I'm like, I don't care about the $25, but if you know enough people, it's not MLM, but if you know enough people that will participate, $25 can add up too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, I will send you Queen Aduni the video right away because I'm supposed to be working right now. So and
Well,
we're overtime.
post
So
it in WhatsApp so everybody have access to it.
yes, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That'd be
So
good.
I had to ask you this on here because I wanted to call you, but do you think that you're gonna open an account because I would want, if this organization participates, I would want them to, give you the referral so we can try to have a little bit of a fundraiser here.
Mm-hmm. As far as like, I only have one thing that's an automatic money that come in. That's my Social Security, and I know I'm not
Yeah.
changing that
Okay.
to where
Yeah.
I have. Yes, yeah. I've been there for my credit union forever.
Okay. All right. So then, I mean, if you did, still open your account, for the organization or yourself sake, at least, y'all could take advantage of the 450. And for anybody that has their direct deposits, I'm not saying change the whole thing. I'm just saying send a little bit over there because they don't have no minimum if you know how you set up your elections on where it's being sent to. And that part I know some people they're not comfortable with. Some people don't even know how did I even set this up. But if they are, they know how to do it, they know how to access it. If not, then at least they could take advantage of the $25. So I'll post that in the group as ASAP, okay?
Okay, thank
Okay,
you, honey. Thank you.
thank you.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
We're gonna close this out because I too have to get to work as well. But we're gonna, what is it? Give ourselves a big hug.
When you coming back to Detroit?
I don't know.
I mean, are you in the city? Are you are you still in Ohio?
I'm still in Ohio. I'm still in Akron.
Okay, got it.
I'll
All
probably
right.
be back
Here we go.
Wednesday, I think. Okay. And then give the
Thank you for calling
hug the
Power Water
world
Services. My name is Sharonda. It
and
appears
sprinkle
that
it
this
with
phone will
goodness and
not
joy.
transfer. Mm,
And I will see you guys next
you have
week.
a problem,
And
that's
we'll
all.
see Deetra and Stacy tomorrow with health and wellness.
Okay,
I'll talk to you guys
actually,
later.
your information did come through. So, let's see.